So obviously, if we have many chances to make a sale, we're going to get more sales. The client doesn't know how many steps you have. So when a client tells you, no, I cannot do it, that's okay. It is not the end of the world, because what you need to do is you need to put a K before the N and W after the O. Because the client doesn't know that you have about 7 steps to help them get the product in their home. All what you got to do is you got to keep the positive attitude, you got to keep the smile on your face, and you need to stay cool at the end, because there's always a sale take place. Either you sell them the product or they sell you their objections. So let me help you with step 1, and we're going to recap what we covered a little bit earlier on. Step 1 is our goal is to sell by cash, check, or credit card. For me is why I like to sell by cash, check, or credit card, because it is, in my opinion, the best way to sell. Why? Because I love to do less paperwork. So when a client go ahead by cash, check, or credit card, it's less paperwork for me, and this is an easy sale for me to write up on the paper. Now, what's in it for a client to go ahead by cash, check, or credit card? What's in it for them is about $500 in gifts. So what that means is when I'm introducing the Rainmate, or when I'm introducing the Rainbow Mate, the way I introduce them, these are the credit card gifts. And I repeat, throughout the time I'm showing the Rainmate and throughout the time I'm showing the Rainbow Mate, for all of our clients who go ahead by credit card, they get these accessories. And I repeat that in my presentation 2 to 3 times. And then when I show the Beast, which is the power nozzle, I explain them also for all of our clients who go ahead by credit card, they get to pick between the Rainmate, Rainbow Mate, or the power nozzle. I truly get more excited about the credit card gift sometime than the rainbow cleaning system itself, because for me is I love to sell by option 1. So what's in it for a client to go ahead by cash, check, or credit card is the $500 in accessories. And at that point, that's when I leave the client home. And when I leave on closing with emotion. I speak from the heart. Let them know that either way, you're going to spend 2-3 times more and live with the condition where you go green, you're going to live healthy and save money. And leave the room so the client could make a choice. Because at the end, it's a choice they're making. It's not a decision. It's choice to protect their family and their loved one. Now, when I come back, if a client says no, I don't change the smile off of my face. The smile is always there. So when a client's saying no, I want to find out what are they saying no. So example, Reginald said, Joe, well, Joe, I cannot do it because the car needs brakes, the roof is leaking, the kids need braces. Anytime I do get an objection, I always try to stay cool, because I learned a long time ago, the sale do start from the first time the client gives you an objection, is how you gonna handle it. So when a client gives me an objection, it's actually, this is where the work do start. So my answer to that, they said they need to fix the car or they need to put the roof. I said, always, the same way I answer the objection is the same way all the time. And what I say to the client, I completely understand. And when I say that to the client, always relax the client. And then I want to find out from the client. So from what you tell me that you don't want to go ahead with the rainbow system today, is it because of my presentation? And I always ask it with a smile, and always, no, Joe, it's nothing to do with your presentation. I say, fantastic, I feel better about this. How about, is it anything to do with the product? No, Joe, the product is absolutely amazing. So from what I understand from you, why you're not going ahead with the product, it's not my presentation, it's not the product, it's probably affordability. 9 out of 10 times, that's what the client would say. It's, you know what, Joe, that is exactly what it is. It's not your presentation, it's not the product, it's affordability. Now, what I call that, I want to write that here. It's called the PPA. What is the PPA? It's not the presentation, right? It's not the product, it is affordability. So when they say it's affordability, this is a great time for me to offer them how they can get $2,000 rebate. It's not a $200 rebate, it's a $2,000 rebate. And how I would do is by explaining the equity 20. Now, it's very important when you explain the equity 20 to take a piece of paper I'm gonna go like that and explain it like this. 20 people, whether they all purchase or whether they all don't purchase, it does not make any difference. Whether all of them purchase the product or all of them don't purchase the product, the next client who says, I wanna go green, the next client say, I wanna get rid of the dust out of my home, the next client that says, I wanna live healthy, the company gonna write you a check for $2,000. Explain it on a paper in a simple way. People will understand it much better than looking at a book. So after I present the equity 20, I need to ask them for the sale. And the way I would say it, always, I have a rule. The way I ask for the sale, it starts with the letter F, and then I finish it with the word would. So, how I say it? So if I can get you the equity 20, would that make it a little bit easier for you to go ahead with the rainbow? Or if I could do the equity 20, would that put a smile on your face? It's always if, would. So my second chance to sell is the equity 20 plus them paying for it by cash, check, or credit card, because they cannot buy it on the equity 20. Equity 20 is a rebate program. It's going to help them to make it more affordable. So if the client says, no, I can't pay by credit card, okay, then the next option for me is to present them the family plan. And again, before I go to the family plan, I say, so you're not able to go ahead with it because you're not able to put it on a credit card. And the answer would be this. Nothing to do with my presentation, nothing to do with the product. It's, again, able to pay it in full. Now, the transition for me to go to number 3, the way I do it is exactly like this. I say, Reginald, you're not a family, but you treated me like a family. So without the manager approval, what I'm going to show you is the family plan. Hopefully, by me showing you the family plan, it's going to encourage you to go ahead with it. The family plan, guys, it is very, very simple. All what they need to do is put $500 down, okay? And then it's $20 a week. After I present the family plan, I say, so if I can get you the product with $500 down and $20 a week, which is a pizza a week or 2 movie tickets, does that now, if I could do the family plan, would that make it a little bit easier for you? So again, this is another way of asking for the sale. Now, sometimes here the clients say, well, Joe, it's not that I cannot do it. I'm not able to do the family plan. Then what I need to find out is simply by asking this question. Is it the $500 down or is it the pizza a week? Now let me say that again. Is it the $500 down or the pizza a week? 9 out of 10 times what people say it's the down. So what I would do is I say, let me find out, and this is where I can actually call my manager, see if we can do the family plan, okay, without a down payment. Now, before I call the manager, I'm going to ask you, Reginald, if I could get the family plan without a down payment, does that put a smile on your face? Does that put a rainbow in your home? So what I do is I get 2 commitments from them. So how do I get a commitment? So if I can do the family plan, does that put a smile on your face? Commitment number 1. If I could do the family plan, would that make it easier for you? That's commitment number 2. So before I make that phone call, what did I get from the client? I got 2 commitments. So now when I make the phone call, the way I approach the manager, I'm going to say, manager, listen, we want to go ahead with the system. These people like it, they love it, they need it. Now I need you to help me out. If you're willing to do this, they're able to go ahead with the product. And that's the way the phone call will be. Now, if the client say, no, Joe, I cannot do the down, I cannot do the payment. Now, what the client telling you is things are tight. Now, what we have in Rainbow, we have the world's best opportunity. We find a lot of people in the same situation where money is tight. And everybody want to make an extra income. So this is the perfect chance for me to let them know, you know what? I completely understand, and let me tell you what happened to me. I was exactly in the same situation, but what encouraged me to go ahead with the product, because they offered me a part-time, flexible job on the equity 4. And this is where I explain them the equity for. I believe we have a paper for that, okay? Where I explain them the equity for. They only need to sell 4 rainbows in 4 months, okay? And they get all their money back on the 5th sales, okay? And this is where I could tell the client where I could also go with you. Thank you so much. So very important to show that to them. 4 sales in 4 months. And number 5, which is the 5th sale, you get all your money back. So if you are in a situation where you cannot afford $20 a week, is that a great reason for you to go ahead and come and work with us and get it at no charge? Because at the end, no charge is affordable. So that's where I tell them about the equity for, okay? And then equity for plus the family plan, which is what I'm going to do here is I'm going to write number 4. Because again, they cannot write it, buy it on the equity for. They have to have a way to pay for it, which is the family plan. And here sometimes the clients say, well, Joe, I cannot do it with the family plan because I cannot put any money down. What I do at this point is, because I already asked them 5 times, and let me recap that. The first time is to pay by cash, check, or credit card. They said no. I offered the equity 20. They said no. I offered the family plan. They said no. Then I offered the family plan without a down. They said no. Then I offered the equity program 4 with number 4. And they said no. So I asked them 5 times. It's so important right now. If you ask 5 times and you get 5 no's in a row, what's so important, I teach that to everybody, is to take a little break. And what I mean by that, what I mean by that is before you call the manager, take a couple steps and back up. And what I mean by that is put your oils away, right? Put your light away. What are you doing right now is you're releasing the tension between you and the client. And when you're putting a couple of these things away, people are going to realize, well, I like the product. And this is where a perfect opportunity that if I do have a phone where I could show them pictures of people who have finished the equity program. And it's very simple. I go on Facebook, right? I go on to Ottawa Rainbow Office, right? I go on to info, okay? I go under photos, right? And I go under album. And under album, I go to top money makers. I press that. We have over 97 photos if people are so successful in our business, where they got their money back, they got promotions, and then I show them these successful pictures in our business. And when people see that, you know, pictures are worth 1,000 words. Talking about a story where someone was able to finish the program in 4 days and got their money back. And someone was able to finish the program in 3 weeks. These are photos out of our Rainbow Ottawa office right here in Ottawa. It's showing all of these people that they got their money back. And we have over 100 successful pictures of people got their money back. Now, why is it important to do that on number 5 as you clean it up? Because who doesn't want a part-time opportunity to make an extra $400 a month or an extra $800 a month? Keep in mind, guys, $400 a month in a year, that's $5,000 close. 2 sales a month, that's close to $9,000 a year. So here what I would do is I reduce the tension, and then what I would say, guys, you like the product, right? And you like to get it at no charge. And this is where I could make the phone call to my manager. Joe, I really need your help. This is the type of phone call that I would like to hear from you. Joe, I really need your help. These are awesome, awesome people. They're so nice. They're dropped from heaven above. They are absolutely nice people. They like the way it cleans the air. They like it the way it's sanitized. They like the way it cleans their floor. They like how they're going to get rid of the dust mites out of the mattress. So they really, 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 really need it. Money is tight right now. And you said to me, if I asked you for a favor, that you're willing to go that extra mile. Well, if somebody really deserves it, it's them. They're really interested in the opportunity. Is there anything you could do extra special to really help them out? Could you please go that extra mile? And this is when you come to me like that on the phone, I'm going to offer you the 3 months program example, where we could give a client a period of 3 months, nothing to pay for it. Now, when I'm giving you that plan, is the way you react to it, it's what's going to make a difference. So after I do it, what you want to say, thank you so much, Mr. Saman. Hang up the phone, and before you hang up, you gotta assume the sale. And an easy way to assume the sale, if I'm on the phone with the manager, after the manager tells me about the plan, I'm gonna say, oh my God, Joe, this is really gonna make a difference. This is really gonna help them out. So when I hang up, I am super excited to explain to them about the promotion or the plan that the manager gave me. Would you mind if I get the paper, Regina? So what I do is I write down what the manager offered me. I hang up the phone and I'm super excited when I present it to them. I say, listen guys, you're able to keep the machine in your home, come and work with us. The manager is going to give you 3 months, 90 days to plan and budget for it. So before your first payment do start, we're going to finish this program. I could go with you, a manager could go with you, we will work with you, and this is absolutely amazing. So what is number 6? Number 6 is come on the phone positive, okay? So come on the phone positive and ask your manager for help. Now when the manager gives you the 90-day program without nothing to pay, the way you react to it is so important. Now what I call it, and I want to write it down, okay? I call it PAT. Push the manager. That is the first P. The second one is the A. A, assume the sale. So when a manager say to you, I'm going to give you 90 days for them to plan and budget for it, your answer, oh my God, this is really going to make a difference. Because what are you doing with the A? You're assuming the sale. You're assuming they're going ahead with it. So first, push the manager, never push the client, push the manager, assume the sale, okay? And then the path is thank the manager. Thank you so much, Mr. Saman, for going that extra mile, because that's going to make it easier for you to present it. So the path is P-A-T, push the manager, assume the sale, and thank the manager. And then last but not least, it's all in the presentation. The P here is, it's all how you're going to present where the client have 3 months nothing to pay. Is that exciting? Where I could leave this product in your home, you could come and work with us, and before your first payment is due, you could have it paid off. Plus, earn extra income. Plus, maybe go on a vacation. So it's all in the presentation. So when you hang up and you go present it, it's how excited you are what's going to determine you getting the sales. So keep that in mind. There's 7 ways to get the sale, and the 7th one, I'm not going to share that with you. If the client does not go ahead with it, can I still come on the phone, ask my manager for more help? You never know. Maybe there's something extra we can do. Because our goal at the end is to help you become successful. Thank you so much for listening. Hopefully these 7 points have given you a little bit of extra ammunition. Thank you.